You gotta put some royal purple in this, buddy.
Royal purple? What the fuck's that? I gotta change my oil in this thing, Jim. I'm about 6,000 miles overdue. Fuck, we was at Walmart. I should've got oil. Don't you got a filter?
I got the oil I'll just give you. I don't know if you like to use it, but
Hey, I don't give a fuck.
Well, you got that oil depot from work or something?
No.
Jim trying to give me some hot shit?
No, I give that to Miles. I got Mobile One.
You got oil here, Jim?
Yes, I do. How many quarts do you need? 4?
Probably about 4, maybe 4.5.
Well, your car uses oil too then, don't it?
Not really that much. Just ambient.
I only have 4 quarts here, Chief. Of all one kind. That's all I have.
I can probably fucking cut that down with some chainsaw and bar oil.
That's all I have, and this goes in the turbo wagon. That's all I have for her car. That's thinner oil for the winter. That's all I have is 4 quarts, though.
Alright.
Well, wait. See what's up here. Well, I gave it all to Miles. I just don't have it. Well, yeah, I do. Well, I got some oil, but it's not the same kind as this.
That's fine.
Here, it's in the brat. Because I was about a half a quart low. Let me go out and get that. I know where some's at. You gotta stick that royal purple in there, man.
What is that royal purple?
It's a synthetic oil. I guess it's good for like, you know, like how you said Kyle runs synthetic and stuff and don't change the oil for like 7,000 miles and shit.
Right.
It'd be like, you know, something like you could run in there for like 10,000 miles. Just change the filter every so often and shit.
Not quite a half a quart there. It's a full synthetic oil. Okay, and I've been reading a lot about it. They claim on their service truck, so Ford 350 gas, that they got 2 to 3 more miles per gallon by using it.
And it's just oil?
Yeah, and it, well, now hang on. You change the oil every 12,000 miles and you change the filter every 6,000. And it is a purple color too. When you pull it out and you look at it, it's got a purple color to it. Now in that white one, I've got that AMSOL in that one. And it's just as equal to it. And that car's got 187,000 on it. I've added a half a quart of oil at 3,500 miles. Now it will make it seat more if you haven't done your seals. It'll seat.
How's that coming along there?
Kind of being stubborn.
It'll seat. But I've run that AMSOL and it really does like it. It gave me 5 to 10 more pounds of oil pressure.
Really?
Yep. By using AMSOL. Now, they claim on that royal purple it'll give you 3 to 5% more horsepower, 2 to 3 more miles per gallon at least, and lower temperature in your motor. It's got a friction fighter in it. You change the oil every 12,000. You change the filter every 6. But use a good filter like a Mobile One or a Wix. You know, use one of them. So, and the royal purple, I can get it shipped to me. Well, you can get it online for $5.50 a quart. That's 20 W50. That's what I thought about using.
That's the legacy axle, and you can see I put the pin in it in my car, only to fucking have it shear the pin off, and then I realized that the axle diameter themselves are different.
Yeah, that's 25 spline right there.
So you can use Impreza axles.
Now, these Impreza axles you'd be able to use on an XC65 lug with a 5-speed dual range, 23 spline, and an EA2.
So, I'm thinking about using that royal purple in that turbo wagon. Even though John will argue with you, he said your motor will get moisture in it and all that kind of shit. And by not changing your oil, it draws moisture.
Well, I think if you run your car enough, the moisture will just evaporate and shit. Now, if it sits for 3 months, yeah, I could understand.
Yeah, if it sits all the time, yeah. So that's why I kind of argue with him, and so he runs that Kindle oil, conventional oil. But
oh, there's an overturned Bronco off the highway when we come off of there.
yeah, I heard on the scan. I heard the scanner, and they were talking about 25A, but.
This my nut? Yeah, there's the nut that's original to this.
When you think about it, Danny, when you change your oil every 3,000 in these, you're spending, you know, X amount of money. By the end of the year, at 12,000, you're changing it. You're changing it once, and you're coming out ahead. I mean, you're coming out about the same.
Right.
And they claim about 40 degrees less heat in your motor. They claim 2 or 3 more mile per gallon more, or more, and 3 to 5% more horsepower and torque.
Where's that punch at?
That punch at, Miles. Running it. I got that AMSOL in there. And I've added about a half a quart at 3,500 miles. But it does seep a little bit more. And
that's just because it's deteriorated. The seals aren't conditioned to it.
Right, and now it doesn't seep as much, doesn't drift, but it does give you 5 to 10 more pounds of oil pressure. That AMSOL does. Now I'm sure the Royal Purple will too. So I may switch to it.
I kind of like to run the thicker oil myself.
Okay, or the 20W50. Yeah,
that's what I like to run, the 2050 weight.
Right, and they have the 2050. That's why I said it's 5.
That is all the tighter you really need to get.
Yeah, hand tight and a quarter turn.
I mean, come on.
And fucking stake it.
Oh, you mean there ain't no cutter key in them?
No, you stake it down.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it's got a little notch in it right there.
Okay, yeah.
You just beat on this here and it stakes it. That keeps it from backing itself out.
And that stays better than the cutter key.
That's staked. See how it's bent? Now that'll keep it from turning out of there.
Right, huh.
Now you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to come loose now since it's been staked.
So obviously that's better than the pen, huh? Or equal to it.
Equal to it, yeah. They both perform the same job.
Huh.
Well, the difference between this and the E82 is the E82 fucking that holds the bearing together. The bearing's all contained in one unit, so that really don't need to have the same effect like cone washers and shit.
Oh, I need the 19.
Fucking June Beetles.
There were some hefty fuckers, man.
Fuck yeah, built like a fucking
brick shit house.
After multiple attempts, we finally achieved getting the axle nut off. It took us using a $17 breaker bar, a socket from AutoZone, and we had to slip an entire Subaru exhaust pipe over the breaker bar to get enough leverage and hang all our weight from it just to get it to turn.
Oh yeah, one of those knuckles busted on me.
Oh yeah?
That's a hefty chunk right there, and it just tink.
Is that the knuckle that broke off? Or that you took off the car?
Yeah, that was when I took off the car.
You sure this isn't part of what the caliper bracket bolts to?
That's what I'm saying. That's where the caliper bracket bolts to.
So that's why it made all that funky noise and shit.
No. That was off the one I put on. That's the legacy knuckle on the passenger side. That came off the passenger side Impreza knuckle when I was swapping shit around, and then I cracked it. And I was like, fuck. So then I had to use the legacy, which I wanted to use them anyway.
Yeah.
Now it's got both legacy knuckles. I had both legacies on there with that legacy axle that we just now had to bitch and time to get apart. But it wouldn't fit on my training, so I had to swap back and put all the legacy shit on my Impreza knuckle, the legacy rotor and pads and caliper and shit.
And now it's got a legacy knuckle in it.
Now it's got the legacy knuckle with all the legacy parts reunited back to the knuckle.
These are the wheels off the legacy, isn't it?
These are the junkyard tires. These are the ones that came off the junkyard. These are the legacy's rims.
Yeah, these look like the legacy's rims, from what I remember them.
These are the legacy rims. Hey Jim, you got an extra lug nut?
What, were you missing a lug nut?
Well, the studs busted off on that knuckle, so I was only running 4.
One of the chrome capped ones is what you got on here, ain't it?
Chrome cap, yeah. Oh, these babies just spin right down all hand tight.
Need one of these?
Yep. Oh, that was big.
Damn, that's hefty. That's like a 21 millimeter. I wonder if that would throw it a wheel imbalance.
I don't know. You got a smaller one like this here, Jim? Really, that looks like them studs barely stick out of there, but once you get this baby down, that rim slides on there. Probably another 1/4 inch. That wheel looks like it's going on like that, don't it?
Well, you don't have the weight on it, though.
And plus, there's only 2 lug nuts on it.
Damn.
There it goes.
Damn, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
No, but I got
Pretty much anything will work as long as
Yeah,
it'll.
I've got. See, I've got
That'll work.
the
That's fine. 'Cause I got one of these on the other side.
Oh, well, yeah, I had plenty of those, but even the chrome one, that short.
That's fine.
I got them big long peckers. I got a whole slew of lug nuts. Just won't match it.
You can't really see these ones anyway. People will think I got one busted off, and it's really right there. All right.
You tighten them all up?
Let's lower this thing down and fucking I'll tighten, put the torque on them all.